Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shilpa Data Insights. In this video, we are going to discuss one more transformation method, which is union. So if you want to union your data set, there are three ways in which you can do a union operation in PySpark. First is using union, second is union all, and third is union by name. So we will go ahead and see what are the difference between union, union all, and union by name, and when to use what. So for union, it is a method in which you can merge two data frames of the same structure or schema. If you have a data frame which has the same number of columns and same type of schema, then you can use a union method in order to merge those two data frames. Then it is actually equivalent to union all in SQL. What is union all? Union all means it will merge two data set and it will keep all your duplicate values. So union operation is same as union all operation in the SQL. So now if in case you have to go ahead and remove the data set that are duplicates, how you can do it? You can do it using a distinct operation. So if you do a distinct or you use a drop duplicate, it will go ahead and remove your duplicate values after you have done the union operation. Then if in case the schema doesn't match, then it will give you an error message. So how exactly will you resolve that? You can resolve that by using a method called union by name. So if there are different number of columns or the schema is also different, in both the cases you can use union by name transformation. So let's see an example for this. So I have a data set in which I have an employee name, department, salary, state, age, and bonus. And there's a second data frame. And then if I do a union operation on the top of it, the first data frame will be returned as it is, and the second data frame comes below the union of the first data frame. So it is like a stacking operation. So you are stacking one data frame on the top of another data frame. So if in case, in this case, you have to remove the duplicates, how you can do it? Using your drop duplicate or using a distinct value. So let's go ahead and see the practicals. I have my notebook open. I have attached this with my cluster 12.2 LTS. So 12.2 LTS actually uses the Spark version 3. So I will be first importing some functions that I will be using it in this notebook. So I will be also creating a data frame. So I'll be creating a first data frame called as DF from this particular sample data set. And I will print the schema. So once it has executed, this is my data frame, my first data frame. If you don't know how to create your data frame, please watch my previous video in which I've explained you how to create a data frame out of a data set and how to define your schema as well. In this case, the schema, it is auto-generated by the Spark. So you don't have to mention it. By reading the data itself, it is giving you the result. But if you don't know how to go ahead and explicitly mention your schema, please watch my previous video. I've explained you there. Now, the second data frame is also there. That is the simple data 2. In this, both the data frame, there are some common data in it. So if you will see in this particular data set, I have James, I have Maria, right? And in this data set also, I have my James and I have Maria. So this is my duplicate record. So how you can actually merge these two data frames? So to merge these two data frame, there is a union operation. So I was mentioning how you can do it. So if you would see, there is a union method in which you have to put the second data frame. So you have to do df dot union your second data frame and it will give you the result. So let me execute this. So if you will see, all the data is there. To visualize it properly, I'll just order it by employee name so that you can see whether there are duplicate values. What union will do, it is the same as the union all operation that you have it in the SQL. So if you will see here, there the James data, employee name James is occurring twice. Okay, and similarly, Maria is occurring twice. So both the data is there from the data frame 1 and from data frame 2, it has given you the result. It has not removed any duplicates. So it is same as a SQL operation. Now, let's say I want to go ahead and use this union all operation. So union all operation is also the same thing. It will give you the same result. Why there are two types here, union and union all? The reason is there was union operation which was removing the duplicate in Spark version before 2, right? But after the in the version 3, basically, the union and union all operation are the same. Now, if you have some duplicates, how you can remove the duplicates? This James is there. I want to remove and I want to get only one record out of it. So how will I do it? So you remember there's a method called distinct. If you don't know what distinct does is, distinct will only give you one distinct data. It will remove the duplicates basically. So it is same as in the SQL that it will only give you one record if in case there are multiple duplicate records in it. So in this, I will go ahead and do the df dot union df2 and I will put a distinct on it. So I'm ordering it by employee name. So if you will see, James is only once this time and Maria is also returned only once this time. In this case, it has returned once. Now, if I do the same thing with union all operation, it will give me the same result and I have to apply the distinct keyword in it. Now let's say I have a schema which is not same in both the data frames. Okay, let's say I don't have my age column. I only have employee name, department, state, salary, and bonus. So, and then I have to merge a data set which has all the columns in it. So this is how I've created a new data frame, df3, from the df2 basically, and I have removed the age column. I have used all my columns except my age column. Now, I will be unioning this df with my df3, which has one less column. Let's see what it does. If you will see, it has given us an analysis exception. What does it say? Union can only be performed on inputs with the same number of columns. So if you have different number of columns or different schema, you cannot perform a union operation on that. So how exactly will you resolve it? How will you actually union it? If in case you don't know how many columns you have, and let's say I am getting a new data set in which I have an age column, how will I accommodate that in the union operation? So for it, we have a union by name. So what is union by name? It will actually go ahead and check the name of the column, and on the basis of that, it will do a union operation. So there is one more argument that you can pass in union by name, that is allow missing columns. What allow missing columns it does is, by default, allow missing columns is false. But what it will do is, if in case there is one missing column, in our case, the missing column is age. Okay. So if I have removed this age and I want to actually union it, I want to put the age column, all the data in the age column null, in which the data itself is not present. So for that, I'm making it as allow missing columns equal to true. Okay. Then I'm doing an order by clause with your column name. So let me go ahead and run this particular thing. So if you would see, all my columns are present: employee name, department, state, salary, and age. However, if you will see in this case, the Alex, which is actually coming from our data set 2, data frame 2, is actually null. So this Alex we are getting is from data frame 2, that is df3. So let me display this df3. Okay, it will be much more clear to you. So I have done a df3.show. So see, the age column is missing and the data we have is Alex. So what it will give is, in Alex, it has age as null. Similarly, if you will see, for Kumari belongs to HR, the data is null because there is no age column in this. And as I have not removed any distinct value, it has given me the result. The one that has coming from df3 is giving me the null value with James, and the other that is coming from the other data set which has the age column with the actual age of James. So this is how you can perform the union operation even if the schema is not matching. So it's very beneficial. It's used on everyday basis. So you should know how to do a union operation. If you have learned something new, then hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel to know more about PySpark from beginner to advanced. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you have a good day.